billions of years of evolutionary advancement.
And then we have Cassie.
Whoa! Okay, I'm sorry, what was the question? Happy day, I'm glad! Today we are doing another Q&A. Please send me some comments and questions that are really creative and I can do something fun with. Today we're doing Slitherio. I noticed a lot of you guys missed this, so we're doing it. Come on, Terry, let's go!
Lizette,
you ready, boy?
Yeah, I was
you ready?
starting. I can't start until
you ready,
stop
boy?
interrupting me.
You ready? Ready, B?
I think so.
Let's do it.
Lisette Vasquez says, question, where is your dream getaway?
My dream getaway is to Singapore. Any place that I can just go and eat all day and be left alone. Singapore is the best place to do that. You go to the hawkers, you sit there and you go, and it's just pure gluttony. But then you go for a swim after. That sounds good. That's me. That's me right there.
Isabel Hobbs says, hey Cassie, I'm a massive fan. I can't believe more people don't subscribe. But my question is, if you had to quit YouTube, what job would you have? If you could have any job, I love you.
Oh, thank you. I love you too. And thank you for noticing that not many people subscribe. Love ya. If I wasn't a YouTuber, my initial plan, if I wasn't a YouTuber, would be to be some sort of engineer. I didn't do well in math in high school, but that's only because I didn't apply myself. So I went, redid calculus, got an A in it, and was getting ready. I was gearing up. I wanted to be an engineer of some sort, but the campus that I was on, SFU, I didn't really like it that much. It was a little bit depressing because it was always dark and rainy, and YouTube was just one of those things that made me really, really happy. So this is where I ended up, and I'm very happy with it.
Natalie Whaley says, what been the best inspiring moment on this channel, and what are you most excited for this channel?
What bean?
Yeah, it's a little bit grammatically rough, but...
The most inspiring thing about this channel, in my opinion, is the audience, like the community, you guys, because I like you guys because you don't take shit so seriously. You guys really embrace the culture of gaming. That is a culture where you just don't take stuff so seriously and you just have fun. And jokes aren't meant to be like taken in such a serious manner. You guys just are ready to laugh and have a good time. I'm very, very inspired by that, and I'm excited to just keep doing it. Like, I'm so happy with the way things are turning out. Just because I don't have, just because I'm not a huge channel doesn't mean that I'm not totally happy with where I am right now.
Supercrafter222, question, how did your boyfriend react when he first found out you were doing YouTube? Follow-up, was he at first against it?
No, Terry was never against it. Terry's been nothing but supportive and amazing. Terry has so much knowledge with computers and computational things. He's very, very smart. Gloom definitely wouldn't be where it is without him. He's really funny, and we just have a lot of fun together.
Layla loves doing videos. What's your favorite place to go when you were a teen?
My favorite place to go when I was a teen? All of my friends, when I was a teenager, all they wanted to do was sit on their asses and watch movies. That's all they wanted to do. And it made me so mad because I just wanted to play outside or play video games. I didn't want to watch movies all the time, and this was a huge disagreement I had with my friends. So me and my new best friend, Ashley, who I found because she likes to do active stuff, we would just run around and play Nicky Nicky Nine Doors and rollerblade and go swimming and swim in infested waters covered in goose shit. We would do that kind of stuff, and in my spare time, other than hanging out with her, I would play video games with my siblings. That was my fun time. That was my happy place. And I would often lie to my friends too and say that I was grounded just so I could play games. So yeah, I knew what I wanted to do when I was little, and I did it.
Teresa plays, if you woke up in the body of someone else's tomorrow, who would you pick and what would you do?
I would pick a prince or someone in some nobility, and I would take note of what they do for fun, and if there's any corruption and just something interesting like that is what I would do. I need to stop going like this and just taking my hands off the mouse because I'm going to die.
Lily Izumi says, hey Cass.
Hi.
Can I call you Cass?
Yeah.
Or no?
Yes.
Anyways, love your videos. So
Thank
anyways,
you.
About my question.
So
I have pretty bad anxiety.
Me too.
Although I try really hard to cover it up, there are just some things I hate or cannot do because of my anxiety.
Okay.
And I don't want to tell people that I have anxiety.
Yeah, right. You don't want to be a victim.
Do you have any tips?
Do I have any tips?
Love you so much. Keep doing what you're doing.
Oh, thank you. The thing with anxiety is that a lot of the time it's irrational. A lot of the time I don't realize that it's a chemical that's making me feel this way rather than an actual rational, logical thought that I've had. I always go to worst case scenario and I'm always like, this is gonna suck and this is gonna be the worst, and I'll have a social interaction and be like, oh, what if they hate me? And Terry will be like, Cass, like, shut up, nobody cares. So you shouldn't care either. You should just have fun and be yourself and try to take note of your anxiety and what kind of causes it to happen, because the more you know about your problem, the more effectively you can manage it. So just get out there, have a good time, realize that tons of people have anxiety. I have anxiety. Tons of people deal with it. It's just a problem that you have to explore on your own and with a professional who's qualified to talk about it. And yeah, just try to deal with it. Do anything you can that makes you feel better. I have certain things that I do that help me come down from anxiety, but those things are different for me than I imagine they would be for a lot of different people. So I hope that this was helpful in some capacity.
Deandra Richardson says, Cassie, will you ever do a collabs with Cub Scouts?
Sorry. I just played 60 Seconds and Welcome to the Game with Cub Scouts, and it was a lot of fun. If another game comes out that we really want to play, then we definitely will. The thing with Jay is he's very, very picky. He doesn't just, like, play games for views or anything like that. He is very picky, and that's one of the things I love about him. He will only play certain games, and he'll only pick up games that he feels has a lot of potential. So if something comes up and, you know, all of the stars land in the right place and he wants to play another game with me, then I would absolutely love to play something else with him. He is one of the coolest, most genuine YouTubers ever. Love you, Jay.
Fuzzy was a cat. Cassie, I need help. How do you get in the notification squad?
The notification squad are people who get notifications on their phone and they're there first, and I tend to see their comments because they're early. You do that by opening up your settings on your YouTube app, and then it's not called notification squad, but it's like be notified when this person uploads, something like that. But I really appreciate the people who come early because I'm always there. I read every comment, but I try to respond to the early comers.
Omar Ramos says, what's your favorite song on Lemonade?
Omar Ramos, my favorite song on Lemonade is 6 Inch, the one that's like, she works from Monday to Friday, work from Friday to Sunday, yeah, yeah, she gon' slay.
All right, I think we've got enough of that.
Make sure you warm up your voice next time.
Yeah, I'm sure that would help a lot. Watch out.
Sorry.
Watch out.
No.
Oh, God. Marshy Moore says, when's the next Seduce Me video coming out?
Me and Yami are filming Seduce Me tomorrow, so it should be out very soon. We keep screwing it up and making the wrong decisions, so we've had to like backtrack and redo some stuff, but hopefully we will get to seduce Damien and it will be very steamy. We'll see.
Maddie's Hatter says, what's something you've learned this year that you wish you'd known sooner?
That I wish I'd known sooner. There's like tons of technical difficulties we've had where I've lost footage, overwrote footage and videos and stuff like that. Just like, fuck. I wish that didn't happen. I wish I knew that guy was coming sooner.
Emily Condit says, what's Cassie's fans called?
Cassie's viewers are called, I like Gloomers. Terry likes Gloom Army, but I don't like the word army. It's too violent. Oh shit. Gloomers, Gloom Doodly Oomp Doom Doop Doop, or Nimble Wimbles. Why don't you guys have a vote? I'll put all the options somewhere around here and we can have a vote.
Neo Samuel, question, most embarrassing thing that happened to you?
It's hard to like think of that because when you're in the moment, things are embarrassing, but then once you leave that moment and it's not like so personal and immediate anymore, it just becomes funny. So I can't really think off the top of my head the most embarrassing thing. Actually, probably the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to me was a phase I went through. I had this phase of like victim mentality where I was always blaming stuff on other things and other people, and I think that is just one of the most annoying things. It's one of the most annoying characteristics a person can have. Not taking responsibility for yourself or your actions or anything like that, and just blaming things on everything else. It's not a good thing to have, and I'm glad that I had a strong support system growing up where like you can do whatever you want to do, it's fine, just go do it. If you fail, that's your fault, do it again. And having that mentality is what makes me get stuff done, because otherwise I'd lose a video and I'd be like, everything is everything's fault, but I'm great.
Kaylee Johnson says, what's your favorite video by you and what's your favorite game?
My favorite video is probably the first Yandere simulator I ever filmed. I was trying a new film style. It was without a face cam, and I felt that because the face cam wasn't there, I mean, a lot of you guys didn't like that there wasn't a face cam, but I really liked it because I felt like it was actually Yandere-chan talking and being that gross and offensive. And I had a lot of fun making that video and watching it and kind of hiding behind the guise of Yandere-chan.
I think my favorite might be Space.
Of course it is.
Or the first Tube Tycoon.
The first Tube Tycoon is also a very, very special one in my heart. Hate Comments, I think it's called. That one was improvised as well. We thought the game was kind of boring, so I had this panic attack that a lot of YouTubers actually have, and just making fun of that was funny, in my opinion.
What's your favorite game?
My favorite game that I'm currently playing is Honeycam Studio, just because it's really fun, trying to manage your money and how every decision is so important. I got this one comment one time saying, this is just what perverted guys play, and my response to that is, no, it's not. Perverted guys wouldn't take the time to get so frustrated and do all this, money economic management stuff. They just go on Pornhub.
King Ayo says, when will you start playing real games instead of Flash games? Hopefully it doesn't look like I'm complaining.
It does not look like you're complaining at all. I love you too. And the problem is our gaming consoles are in a box in LA. It hasn't been shipped yet because we're having a lot of problems with customs. We're building a new PC very soon, so my gaming arsenal, it'll change a lot. I'm gonna start playing a bunch of different stuff. I'm gonna try out Overwatch. I know I'm gonna play Overwatch a ton. I don't know if I'm gonna show it to you guys. It depends what you guys like, so please leave me some requests in the comments of games that are new that you want me to check out and you think it'd be fun if I commentated over.
Yeah, we're gonna be able to stream. We're gonna be playing the Vive.
Oh yeah.
Leslie Fun Vlog says, why do you cuss, say bad words? Did you know there could be 6 and 4-year-olds watching you and you might learn all the bad words you say and it says someone on accident?
Oh, well the thing is, if there's young people watching, they're gonna, whether it's me or a million other people, they're gonna learn bad words, so what they need is to learn when that language is appropriate. If I can help a kid become more self-aware when it comes to when to cuss and when not to, then that would be a good thing, I think. Also, I think the intention behind language matters more than the actual language. Finally, I don't think that grown-ups should censor themselves just so children can have a safe space. I never had a safe space growing up, and I feel like I became smarter and more knowledgeable because of that, because my parents didn't cover my eyes and my ears from reality.
Fire Rose Triangle. Question, have you ever experienced a friend that turned on you? If so, how did you handle it?
I've experienced a friend that turned on me. I mean, you can say that friend turned on you, but it might have been that you turned on them, or they perceived that you turned on them a long time ago and they're just trying to cut you out. They could be wrong, you could be wrong. What's important is that you focus on yourself and go, okay, how did I let this person in my life? How can I prevent having friends like that in the future? And yeah, just how can I keep my friendships, and how can I learn to sift through different kinds of people and find people that are meant to be in my life? All the big snakes are having a feeding frenzy and I'm just sitting here with my little worm. Okay, I won't have any of that. I will then! Okay.
Jeez, that
Now I
was
get to
scary.
eat.
Isabella says, I have 2 questions. Are you married to Terry? I'm new here. And do you want kids one day?
I am not married to Terry. I'm married to Terry. We're not married, and I, in the foreseeable future, do not want children. Yeah, I certainly don't want children out of wedlock, and I certainly don't want children, period. It's not in my list of priorities right now.
Egg Gar says, do you know I has Cupquake? If so, how did you meet?
I have never met Tiffany in person. She followed me on Twitter, I followed her back. We started talking. She said that she wanted to start collabing with different people and do different things. So I DM'd her and I was like, yo, if you wanna play something, let me know. And then she was like, yeah, sure. And I was like, whoa. And then we collabed and I met her and her boyfriend, or is it her husband?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I met her and her husband and they just seem like really, really good people. So I like them, they're cool.
Mariah Snyder, question, what are you afraid of the most, and would you spend 5 minutes in a tiny room with it for $2 million?
Afraid of the most? The thing I fear the most is bad stuff happening to my family, and I wouldn't accept any kind of money to watch bad things happen to my family in a room. So that's that.
Moonchild, question,
Yes?
what do you think about people running away from relationships because they don't want to get hurt? Does that make them a chicken? Is it wrong to do that?
I think it's right to do that. It's right to feel it out and only be in a relationship if you feel that the pros outweigh the cons. If you're so afraid of getting hurt and it's not worth being with that person because your feelings matter more, then you shouldn't be in a relationship, and you're not being a chicken. It could be selfish. I feel like people should be in a relationship because they're selfish, and well, I'm in a relationship with Terry because I get more happiness out of that than I would not being with him. It's a selfish pursuit on my end, and same with his. We make each other so happy that it just makes sense for us. So Yeah, I think that it's not a bad thing to pull out if you're not into it.
Animu Life says, Cassie, how's your butt from the pinch last video?
This person is talking about the Giraffe Volleyball Championship. The end punishment was a clamp on your skin, and the reason why I chose my butt being clamped, this thing right here. Okay. The reason why I chose my butt being clamped is because, stop. The reason why I chose my butt being clamped is because I feel like the skin on your butt is thicker, and I didn't want it to be like my inner arm or like my inner thigh. So I was like, okay, my butt, that's the path of least resistance. And it hurt really bad at the time, but it hurt really bad at the time, but it wasn't like a lasting pain.
That Kid Cake Lover says, where did you learn to swear? I learned it from TV shows and family members.
I learned to swear from, being immersed in a society where swearing is commonly used.
When did you first start swearing?
I knew all the swears in the book when I was in the 2nd grade, but I wasn't capable of swearing because I thought it was wrong and I thought it was sinful. I later learned that intention matters more than language, and still, I don't cuss like in front of my grandma. I cuss when I play video games. I've always done that. One of my sense of humor is based off of like the fun times I've had playing Diablo and StarCraft, and just those chat rooms where it's just very immature. I like when people congregate and get together just to be immature. It's very freeing and childish, and I like that. Ooh, I'll take some. Ooh, yeah, I'll take some of that.
This next person has a Vietnamese last name, and I have never been able to pronounce it. So what kind of job did you have before YouTube? You failed at video games for free?
I had a lot of serving jobs. Actually, the funny thing about meeting YouTubers is a lot of them have never had like a real job. I mean, anything where like the economy rewards you with money for doing what you're doing legally, I would say is a job. Actually, it doesn't even have to be legal. I'd just say it's a job if you get paid for it. But yeah, a lot of YouTubers have never worked a real job, so sometimes when they're like not so nice to wait staff, I'm like, dude, haven't you ever worked in a kitchen before, or like in the front of house at a restaurant? And they're like, no. And I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, I've worked at restaurants, I've worked in a tea salon, just stuff like that.
Martha Levy says, would you rather have fingers for eyelashes or eyelashes for fingers? By the way, love you.
I would rather have fingers for eyelashes. Would you still date me, Terry? Want to define the new kind of Eskimo kiss? I just get the fingers removed and get eyelash extensions or eyelash implants or whatever.
Why do you play one game per day, make one video a day? My name is Gracie, and I love you so much, and your series of Seduce Me.
One game. I play one game a day because I am not capable of making 2 a day yet. I try to play as many games as possible for you guys and get you guys an upload at least every single day. That's really important to me. I would play more if I could, but hopefully I can get up to 2 videos a day someday. I just don't want to have to spend less time on one video just so I can fit 2, if that makes sense.
DJ Galaxy Gamer Cat says, finally, a good Canadian YouTuber.
Oh, thanks. I am Canadian. And I'm back in Canada, and I belong here, and it's amazing. But there are other Canadian YouTubers who are pretty good too. Depends what you like.
Edwina White says, hey Gloom, I have a question. So I'm dating twins, you can call them D and J.
You're dating twins?
Oh, she says I'm dating J.
Oh, she's dating one of the twins.
But I kissed D on accident because they're twins. Can you help? And one more thing, can you play Undertale? And one more thing, how do I tell them? Him? Yeah, you can't tell them because one of them already knows. And okay, first of all, I don't think it's your fault that you kissed the other twin. That's the other twin's fault because oh shit. He should have been like, yo, I'm not the one you're dating. I know we look exactly the same, but he went in and let you do that. So I think that's the twin. If I was the twin in that situation, I'd be mad at my brother. Wouldn't be mad at you. It's an honest mistake. You were just trying to show a little affection to the guy you like, but it was the wrong guy. Yeah, I wouldn't be worried about it. I'd just tell him, I'd be like, your brother kissed me, or I kissed him. But he let me, he didn't push me off and go, hey, that's your brother you're looking at. And then if the twin actually gets mad at you, like the one that you're actually dating, I'd just be like, well, fine, I'll let you get over that on your own time and tell your brother where I live. Jack is a gamer boy says, does that mean that all the people who bully me are just jealous of my personality, popularity, and craziness?
No. I appreciate when you guys stand up for me and you guys say that my haters are just jealous, but that's not always the case. They might think that I'm annoying and hilariously not funny and just all sorts of different things. Everyone has their own little reasons for not liking people, and it's not always because you're great.
Haley Alvarez says, Gloom, help, please. What do you do if you have a crush, but you're too much of a coward to go and talk to him? Please help.
If you have a crush and you're too much of a coward, then you should just, well, the only way I've ever been able to get crushes in my life is if I, took action, got to know them, made plans with them. You gotta take initiative and make these things happen. Otherwise, you're just gonna be like Taylor Swift. You're gonna be like, she wears high heels, I wear t-shirts. She gets everything, I get nothing.
Jenna Holmes.
Oh,
You lost.
Ooh. Jenna, this is for you, babe. Bab, this is for you, Bob.
Jenna Holmes says, what is one thing you want the whole world to know about you? What if you're on a soapbox and you got the mic and everybody's listening?
Oh man. There's like not one thing about me that I would want to announce to the world, because I don't think there's anything about me that's so important that I think the whole world should know. I wouldn't have like a press conference like Cassie convention where I'm like, hey everyone, I'm just trying to have a good time. That's all you gotta know. Don't take it too seriously. I'm just mostly just fucking around.
Miss Mustachio says, hey yo, I have recently commented on your videos and I got a would you rather question for you.
Okay, let's hear.
Would you rather want to know when you die or know how you will die?
No.
I thought this one would be a good one because you always say no when people ask, would you want to know how
really
you die
good one.
or when you die? You always say no, so.
That's a really good one. I wouldn't want to know how, because then that would just give me nightmares for the rest of my life and I'd be traumatized. I wouldn't want to know when, because then I'd be waiting for that day, like just dreading it, terrified, like how's it gonna happen? I'm about to die. My existence is about to end. I'm not gonna be breathing. This whole body thing that I have, it's done.
You have to choose one.
I would rather know how than when. And I would hope that it's, and she died peacefully and happily and was like, she got to do everything she wanted. Whoa! Whoa! Okay, I'm sorry, what was the question?
Annabeth Crowley says, can I ask something for next time? Okay, I'll imagine that you're nodding your hair vigorously. Some of my friends talk behind my back and just make fun of me, and sometimes they give me those snarky comments. My actual friends that witness this tell me what they did, and I want to go up to their face and be like, bish, shut up, okay?
Okay.
But I don't want to get my actual friends in trouble for, snitching. What should I do?
Okay. There's some things that aren't adding up here. First of all, your actual friends aren't your actual friends because they don't just stick up for you. They just run and tell you and make you seem like a snitch. If somebody ever talked shit about my friend to me, I wouldn't want to start a fight. I'd just be like, dude, like, stop. Like, that's kind of pathetic. Stop. And that's what they should be doing to your friends when they're acting all snarky and immature, but instead, they're creating this problem and you're an accessory to their entertainment because they get to watch what you have to do. They're watching you be in pain and there's nothing you can do about it because you'd snitch on them. Your actual friends aren't your actual friends, and the people who are talking shit about you aren't your friends either. These people all suck. Just ditch them. And I know that's hard, like especially when you're in grade school, but like, just focus on yourself, hang out with people who are nice to you, and just realize that there's always gonna be people that talk shit about you. You don't always have to hear what it is because like that's, oh fuck. Real friends eat hot and ready pizza from Little Caesars.
Cheetah Fast says, I'm a boy and I have a girlfriend. What do I do? Please tell me, please.
What? You're a boy and you have a girlfriend. What do you do about what?
They just want some help.
What do I do?
Sounds like they're doing okay though.
It sounds like, okay, well, step one, you got a girlfriend. That sounds good. You asked her out, she said yes. So, I mean, I feel like you had to have talked to her to ask her out, so why don't you keep talking to her?
Maybe you just slipped her a note.
Oh, maybe he slipped her a note?
Maybe.
Maybe, yeah, I slipped her a note. Will you go out with me? Yeah. And then he doesn't know what to do now. Actually, that would be really, really awkward. I would walk up to her, not when she's in front of her friends, because that's really awkward. I would text her and be like, yo, you wanna, go to the movies? What are you doing? You're a kid. Oh, I'm gonna get my mom to pick you up and we're gonna go to Scorpion King.
And then we're gonna go play Foursquare.
And then we're gonna go play Foursquare and jump rope. And we'll split a piece of pizza because that's all I can afford with my allowance.
Geeky Gamer Girl says, so it feels like whenever I clean up my room, it always gets 10 times worse in half the time as it was before. Do you have any tips about that? If not, make an impression of Jay from the Cub Scouts. Also, I love you and your channel.
Okay, first of all, and this is a problem that I suffer from too, so don't feel judged. My room looks like shit. When you take off a shirt, and this is a hard concept to grasp, hang it up. If it's dirty, put it in the hamper. If you don't have a hamper, get one. And yeah, when you use things, you put them back. And I know like it's really easy when you're really tired to just take off your shirt and throw it on the floor, but you gotta hang that shit up. Cause then the next day you'll be like, oh, I did it yesterday, I'll do it today. And you know, we're creatures of habit. So just make those habits shine. And then everyone's gonna come over and be like, damn, bitch has got good habits. Anyways, on to my impression of Jay. Hey! I'm Jay from the Cub Scouts. Welcome to another episode of 60 Seconds, a time when we take a 60-second break from being great.
That's all the questions.
Okay, I'm sweating like a pig's ass on a hot summer day right before a buttermilk bath. I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A video. Please leave some comments and questions down below that I can make a fun video out of if you guys want. If you enjoyed this video, please give it one of these and make sure you subscribe. Give that Gloom subscribe button a bit of a pick-me-up. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!